That's proper tight, look. Let me do that again.
He's throwing money around.
Hey guys, Raj Sangha of Car Security. Welcome back to the channel. The sun is out. I've got my convertible here, but I can't drive it. It's in a bad shape. It needs new suspension. The wheels need refurbishing, needs 4 new tires, and it needs a service. So today's episode, we're going to be focusing on the M3 Convertible, and we will be fitting new suspension, sorting out those wheels, fitting new tires, and get it serviced. So first things first, let's get it into the workshop. Right guys, let me show you the suspension. We are using suspension made by KW. It's called ST suspensions, and we're using the X range. There are 4 different ranges under ST suspensions, and obviously as you go up in the range you get more spec and more adjustability. So let me show you what's inside. So with this kit you've got fixed dampening and adjustable ride height front and rear. For the front, here is your strut, which is fully adjustable here using this collar, and typically you get about 20 mil to 65 mil drop depending on the application in the car. And there's your front spring. You've also got shortened drop links for the front. For the back, you've got the rear shock, the rear spring, and the collar there. Collar sits in there, and you've got adjustment on the collar there as well for the rear. So guys, why are we going with ST suspensions? Well, it's made by KW, and KW is our go-to brand when it comes to coilover stroke static suspension, and we've used them on numerous vehicles over the last 10, 12 years. Now, ST suspension typically is about £1,000. So for £1,000, you've got a kit which is manufactured by KW and is adjustable front and rear. Now, being a convertible, I don't need to go KW variant 3. This car's probably never going to see a track, so I don't need to spend £2,500 on KW variant 3 suspension. Right guys, that's enough of me. Now, let's get the car in the air, let's get the wheels off, let's get the old suspension off, and the new suspension on. Right guys, I've just had a call from the guys in the workshop that the suspension on the M3 is done. So Jay, what are you saying?
What's up?
All done?
Yeah, M3's all done, coilovers are in, everything's torqued up. We've put these wheels on it, obviously.
My wheels off the track car?
Yeah, because you said you wanted these on because you're sending them away?
I'll explain that in a moment.
Okay.
Let's talk about the suspension. ST suspensions made by KW.
Yeah.
Was it straightforward enough?
Yeah, straightforward, nice bit of kit to lower your car, you know, get a bit of lows, give it a nice stance, and obviously just refreshes what was there, which is what, 20 odd years old?
But actually, I've had a look, and I'll show you that in a moment. I've had a look at what came off the car. It doesn't look like it's the original suspension when the car left the factory.
No.
So I was wrong there. I thought it's that tired 20-year-old, 78,000 miles.
Not as bad as that.
Yeah, I'll show you that in a moment. So no niggles, fairly straightforward to install.
Yeah, it's fairly straightforward. Nothing was seized. Everything came up nice.
Nice to hear.
On.
It's nice
so
to
yeah,
hear. Good. So a big tick for ST suspensions so far when it comes to the installation.
Yeah, definitely recommend it.
Obviously, once I've driven the car, I'll give you some feedback then. But for the time being, can we show the guys what's going on?
Yeah, just be careful coming underneath, mind your head, but you can take a quick snapshot of all the bits. So let's start in the front. If you look up here, you've obviously got new shock, new spring, new drop links.
Looks very tight, Jay.
Yeah, it's a bit tight. I think the offset on these and the tyres are a bit different to your original fronts.
How tight is that?
£20.
That's proper tight, look. Let me do that again.
She's throwing money around.
Let me show you how tight that is. Jay, are you sure?
Yeah.
That money's stuck there.
Nah, it's clear.
Look,
see?
it's
Look,
stuck.
It's stuck on the wheel. Look, it moves. There you go. It fell. See, sorry.
All right, so
now we're not driving the car like that. So we've just got these on there to roll the car. Yeah.
okay.
So the car's not going anywhere. Yeah.
And I'm assuming the suspension will settle overnight.
Yeah. So that's another thing. The suspension's going to settle. We're going to have to take the wheels back off anyways to readjust it and everything. So once obviously you've got your wheels back, we'll do a bit. So give it some weight on the car.
Sure.
You'll drive it with the new wheels on a bit. We'll adjust the heights and everything to where you want it, and that's it.
Yeah, just don't let palm get involved, because if palm's involved, we know what's going to happen.
Winding the shocks all the way.
The car's going to be slammed on the floor. Okay, this is not Palmer's project, by the way, yeah?
Okay. Yeah.
So front's cool, and the rear?
The rear straightforward. You'll probably just about get the rear springs in, which is through the gap. So you've got the new shocks.
Right, quite exciting. Okay, nice one, Jay. Well done.
Nice one.
Let me show you the suspension that came out of the car. These are not 20-year-old shocks. They've got some life in them. And the stickers are, I've not cleaned that. That is how they came off the car. Even the springs, they look pretty good. So these will go on eBay. I'll get some money back for those. Now, my wheels that were on the M3, the 19-inch wheels, they are tired. The lacquer is peeling. And as you can see, more so around the center badge, they need refreshing. And this particular wheel is pretty bad. It's curbed all around the outside. So we're going to drop the wheels off and have them completely refurbished. And the tires, well, the tires are shot. So the tires will be thrown away, and we'll get some fresh rubber from our good friends over at Southall Tyres, Lady Margaret Road. We'll get some new tires fitted on the new wheels when they come back. And also the car is actually going to be dropped off to our friends next door at Pump Lane Motors for a full service, and we'll get these dropped off for refreshing. So keep watching, guys, there's a lot more to come. Going to pick up the car, already serviced. They're not messing around next door. It's not very far, is it really? We're using oil that we actually sell. So we have this in the shop, Licky Moly, perfect for the M3. So yeah, if you ever need any oil, just come to the shop. We'll happily sell it to you. Guys, when I mean next door, I literally mean next door. So we are here. If I point there, that grey building, that is our showroom. So it literally is next door. These guys have been here for, well, we've been here for 18 years. And these guys have been here a few years longer than us. So they're old boys. They're old boys. They know what they're doing. Wait for the wheels to come back, and then we'll put it all together. Right guys, the wheels are back now from Bespoke Alloys. They're based in Denham. All four wheels are here, freshly refurbished, and they look the part. In terms of cost, they have charged £85 plus VAT per wheel, so £408 including VAT, and they've done a fantastic job. Also, fresh rubber supplied by our friends Lewis and Roy from Southall Tyres, Lady Margaret Road. If you want any new tyres, just speak to those guys. They're brilliant, prices are always on point, and their service is exceptional. Gone for the same tyre that we had on the wheels originally. Those tyres were knackered. So we've got Continental Sport Contact 7, 225 40 19s on the front, and 255 35 19s on the rear. Now, all we need to do is get the 18-inch wheels off the E46 M3, which is behind you guys on the ramp, and get the new ones fitted on. So let's do that now. So those of you that think that I don't do any work, all I do is sit in front of a PC buying cars, well, I actually do. I just move this wheel from over there to here, and now Tom's going to put it on the M3.
Well, you are kind of like the company pen pusher and keyboard warrior.
I am, yeah.
Yours on the computer.
Right. That's me done. I'm going back into my office. Get rid of the computer. Right guys, wheels are on, as you can see. We've had to fettle with the suspension a little bit, so hence why I've changed my t-shirt. It's the next day. We found the car sitting a little bit too low, so we had to raise the car. We've also put spacers front and back, 12mm front and 12mm back. Right, now let's go for a drive and see how the car feels with the new suspension and the new tyres, and also the service. Let's go. So guys, as a reminder, we have fitted SD suspensions, which is manufactured by KW, fixed dampening, height adjustable front and rear, and we've also fitted new drop links as well, which came in the kit. Already I can feel the suspension is quite a lot firmer. There's no crashing, there's no banging, which I had previously. Potentially that was because the old suspension was a little bit tired. The steering feels quite a bit firmer as well, and that's possibly because obviously new rubber. Body roll at the moment, I've just gone in a straight line, so let me see what body roll is like when I get to the roundabout at the top of the A312. Previously there was a fair amount of body roll, which you'd expect being a convertible. Obviously on the coupe there'll be a lot less body roll. So this car has the SMG box, so I've obviously got the flappy paddles behind the steering wheel. So yeah, well, that seems a lot firmer, a lot stiffer, definitely less body roll there. I couldn't feel the back moving at all. Okay, so yes, new tyres, new suspension, and obviously the service, that's made a massive difference to the way this car drives, handles, and actually the balance. The balance of the car now is far better than it was previously. Hopefully you guys can hear me because I'm in full convertible mode. The sun is out, windows are down. So overall, brings a smile to your face, that awesome M3 engine. So overall, the whole driving experience has improved dramatically. This car is by far night and day difference from what it drove like previously. Now you can obviously adjust the height, you can go lower, you can go higher. Palm originally played around with the suspension settings, and Palm being Palm, he slammed it a little bit too much. So we've raised it up a tad. You can go lower, you can go higher, depending on obviously wheel choice and offset of wheels and so on. So what's up next for this E46 M3 convertible? Well, there's two phases left. We need to get the front bumper painted, There is some lacquer peel and there are a fair amount of stone chips on the front bumper. Probably end up painting the bonnet as well and maybe blend that into the top portion of the wings. Other than that, the car needs a good detail, so probably at the same time as we do the paint, we'll get it detailed. And we also need to do the audio episode. So the screen in this M3 is completely pixelated. The audio is stock and one of the speakers is definitely blown. So we'll put in a Kenwood CarPlay stereo at the front, change all the speakers and add a small active box in the back, just to give it a bit more top-end clarity and a bit more sort of dynamic bass. Obviously this car lacks any bass whatsoever. So we are now back at Car Audio Security, CAS HQ. So as previously mentioned, guys, this car will go up for sale once those 2 episodes have dropped. So keep an eye on the channel and on our socials. I reckon that's probably by the end of July. So we're mid-June. So by the end of July, this car will be done and it'll be up for sale. I don't think it'll hang around because this is already a well-sorted car. The Vanis has all been done as well. If you check my previous episode, I go through some of the bits and pieces that were done previously, and we've now had a service. We've got fresh suspension, the wheels have been refurbished, we've got fresh rubber, we're gonna have fresh audio, and we're gonna have fresh paint. So one of you lucky guys can bag an awesome E46 M3 Convertible and still use it in the summer months whilst we have the sun. So guys, if you've enjoyed this episode, you know what you need to do. You need to smash that button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel so you know when the other 2 episodes drop. And thanks for watching, guys. Any questions you have, drop them down below. And what do you think about the progress so far? Thumbs up or thumbs down? Let me know in the comments. See you again on another episode on CAS TV.